Just tell me and I'll type it to her.
Too late, we've already started and I'm not looking it up.
Fair enough. All right. We'll worry about that later.
That's a future team problem. Right now, the current team problem is that your faces are covered with rags that are wet in hopes of preventing that poisonous, noxious gas from killing you.
Oh, I hope this doesn't kill me.
Also, a random soldier pulled you in and told you, hurry, 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 and slammed the gate behind you.
Probably did. And I do in fact believe that we're going to go talk to the leader for some reason. I just don't remember why.
Yeah, you're going to have to talk normally, because all I heard was that you were going to talk about litter.
That's probably alright.
I mean, you can eat the trash off the ground if you'd like.
But no, it was. I can't for any reason remember why it was we were going to speak to the captain here, or why Wardai was insisting that we speak to him immediately.
I'm not entirely sure myself. I don't remember that. We could go back and watch the recap, or we can just assume that it was important. Perhaps because you have a passed out guy in your boat that you brought in, and you were attacked by shadow people, and there was an awkward sound and gas coming in, from a distance away. Also, these people worship his god.
Do they? It's a cool god. I like that god.
So go ahead and roll spot checks.
He gave me wisdom. I've got like a +2 to that, I think, or something. There's advantage. Oh, it was a +2 to wisdom.
Well, good. You're gonna need it because she just rolled a 3.
Okay, good. Took me a little bit to remember what we had here. Oh, it didn't add with the +1. Okay, so it's 18, not 17. I don't suspect that matters, but...
Okay, so the camp is ringed, from what you saw on your way in, by a 20-foot deep ditch, and it seems to be lined with sharp stakes that are backed by stout 12-foot high palisade. The depth of the ditch, you can't really tell. You assume it's about 20 feet, but it's mostly filled with water, so you can't tell how far down it is. But it looks like it goes down a decent ways, just because the water appears dark after a certain point. The palisade is about 12 feet high. The spikes are too big to be effective against the undead, but you're not quite sure what they would be effective against. The gatehouse is pretty heavy by the looks of it. Like, it could withstand a pretty decent attack. There's a ground level entryway and an upper floor that serves, to at least house people up there. You're not quite sure what all is up there, but it's probably bound to be something to do with soldiers and the front gate of a building. And yeah, once you get in, you notice there's puddles and mud everywhere. It kind of smells like a shithole, and it looks like a shithole. There's little patches of grass occasionally. There's a pen off to your left, right after a massive puddle. And in that pen, there appear to be a bunch of dead animals. There's some live animals, but they're very sickly looking, mostly goats. And to your immediate right, there's a watchtower, and straight ahead of you, there's a massive tent that looks like a command tent, which is flanked by 2 other tents that look like they're either um, commanders of some sort, higher ranking military, or some kind of service tent. You're not quite sure which. If you were familiar with religions, I would say roll your religion check and you might be able to make out what the markings mean.
Some of us is absolutely not at all interested in religion, so we would have no knowledge of this.
I'm guessing he also has no engineering knowledge, right?
No. He'd have enough engineering knowledge to know if something is going to collapse on his head, maybe. Like, in
All
the
right.
immediate, like a common sense level of engineering knowledge.
So there aren't very many people you can see walking around. Um, there's just this guy that brought you in, and he called for Sister something or other to come man the gate while he takes you to the command tent.
Okay, sounds good.
So after the sister shows up, she comes straight over to all of you and she asks immediately if you're here to help with the sick and wounded or if you're here on some other business. She seems to notice the orc that you are escorting after she asks the question, and she kind of gives her a little bit of a bow, defers to her a bit, and then says that she understands you're here on important business, and she'll go man the gate so she doesn't delay you any further.
Of course, this is our important business.
Did you want to ask her any questions or anything, or are you just going off to the tent right away?
Absolutely not. The commander will tell us what's going on, I'm sure.
Alrighty. So you head over to the command tent.
Yes.
Roll your spots when you get in the command tent.
I see the fabric of the universe.
All right. It looks like there isn't a picture of this man. I was hoping to be able to show you.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
All right. So as you walk into the command tent, you notice that everything here is pretty rough and not very well suited to an officer in any military. But it appears to be what he has, so that's what he's got, and that's how he's going to play this game, the best of his abilities. He is decked out in full Templar armor, um, with the same symbol of the god that is on um, War Dog's armor. He is actually, you would probably be able to recognize this. He's a Chondathan human noble. Well, he looks noble anyway. He's a Chondathan human. Um, and he's dedicated to the Order of the Gauntlet. He's a bit of a rough and tough kind of guy. He looks pretty weary, and he looks like he's pretty much under the weather, pretty sick. He looks up from some papers he's looking at on this makeshift desk that he has that has a rather large pile of wax forming around a candle. Like there has been there have been many candles completely burnt down here, and he just keeps sticking another one on top and keeps it going. And he looks up at the other soldier. He says, "Who are these people?" The soldier said, "They arrived on a boat and they said that they needed to speak with you immediately. They've brought, um, what's her name? The orc."
It is the question of
Undrill
the day.
Silvertusk. They brought Undrill Silvertusk. So she steps up and starts to talk to him. Um, what languages do you guys speak?
Common, Draconic, Elvish, Primordial.
Auroran, Common, Draconic, Halfling, and Infernal.
Oh, cool. So neither of you guys understand any of the things she's saying. She hands him a packet, and then she takes a small necklace, which was not around her neck, but on her arm, out from under her dress, and hands it to him and says something else. On Casey's perception check, he'll definitely notice that this has a green jewel embedded in it and is otherwise silver. Then she steps back, kind of against the wall, and says, "These are my companions. They escorted me down the river here. They kept up a grueling pace. They deserve a bit of a rest, and I think they deserve your thanks for getting this parcel here unharmed."
Did the conversation that they were having go on for a long period of time?
Less than 2 minutes. It seemed like both parties were being very curt and to the point.
I would have gotten bored around like half a minute into that.
And done what?
Comprehend math languages.
Are you hiding that you're casting it?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, a half a minute in, you cast Comprehend Languages. He holds up a hand and stops her in whatever mid sentence and just looks at you and says, "What did you cast?"
Well, I just wanted to know what you were saying. I don't really understand your language. It's not exactly all that, I'll definitely say this all in common because I can't speak their language with comprehend languages. Because I just thought it was a little bit rude to be speaking a different language in front of us, so I figured I'd just listen in. It was going on for way too long for a quick conversation, you know?
He tells the man that brought you in here to escort you all out of the tent and says, "You were correct. It was quite rude of me. Please leave my tent."
That's absolutely fair. I would much prefer that, honestly. We'll be outside for when you're ready to continue.
Okay, so you didn't actually see her give him the necklace. All you saw was the parcel.
Okay.
Well, about 2 minutes later, she comes out and gets you and tells you to come in, and she introduces you to the commander. His name is Commander Breakbone, Niles Breakbone. He is a high-ranking member of the Order. He is a very devout man, and he is the commander of this base. He was dispatched to be commander of Camp. What was the other camp?
I forget what this fort's name was.
Camp Righteousness. This is Camp Vengeance.
This is Camp Ends. Okay.
Okay, he was the commander of Camp Righteousness um, until recently when they got overrun by far, far too many undead for them to handle as a meager force of six. They were awaiting reinforcements, which they sent information up the river, basically saying to come here instead of go there. Their reinforcements arrived, and they need to root out all of the undead in this area. It's beneath them to leave while there are still undead here. And then he looks at you guys and he says, I hear you came on a boat.
Absolutely. Douglas over here. I've gone about buying a boat. It's a nice boat. It's got a little sail on it, and I'm pretty good at sending it along the river.
Well, that is quite fortunate because we are currently in a pretty big military emergency, and I'm going to have to commandeer your boat and ask you to escort 7 very sick soldiers back to uh, Port Nyanru in order to heal them.
Does it need to happen like right this second? We're gonna go like another half a day downstream and then come right back.
Unless you have the ability to heal all of these men of their diseases, then yes, it has to be immediately.
Oh man.
These men will die if they do not receive treatment within 5 days, and we do not have that treatment on hand.
Yeah, but my employer's gonna kill me if I don't go further downstream and do their job. And I don't know, what was the day time frame? Like a week or something like that. I'm gonna lie and say 5 days.
You actually only have 2 days.
2 days? In 2 days.
I'm looking to see if he has anything that'll heal these people. It would be helpful if you could also go through War Priest's character sheet and see if.
I have no way to access his character sheet.
Oh, I thought all the character sheets showed up in PC.
Nope.
He can do that on Lesser Restoration, but I don't know how many spells he gets at level 2.
Should be
3.
under actions there, yeah. Did they remove cure disease? Or remove disease? Because they have this.
Yeah, it's just the level 2.
Huh. That's interesting. They did remove disease. Yeah, you're right. They did bundle it in with lesser restoration. Honestly, they should have done that from the beginning, but
Oh man, I just realized a ridiculous thing Wardog can do infinitely. He can cast Ritual of Rest and then 2 level 2 spells, and then Ritual of Rest and then 2 level 2 spells, and then Ritual of Rest and then 2 level 2 spells.
oh boy, what a loop.
So speaking of that, I believe that is precisely the kind of thing Wardog would do when he hears that there are 7 men that are dying and need healing right now.
Absolutely.
However,
I could see him definitely doing that.
However, he's going to have to do this loop 3 times. because he's already used 1 second level spell today.
I wouldn't doubt that he might try and go through and sanctify the ground or whatever the hell he did that one time too.
Funny thing about that, it's got a 120-foot radius, and he can cast that every time he casts Ritual of Rest as well.
Well, now we're in a holding loop.
Those are fun moves.
Oh my god, he can consecrate this entire camp by standing in the center and casting that ritual once.
I'm sure he's going to try. Seeing as he wanted to consecrate everything on the ground in the entire way over here.
So anyway, about that, you now know what's happening for the next hour in-game. He will cast the that cure, the restoration, lesser restoration, on one person. Then he'll cast Ritual of Rest. Then he'll stand in the center of the camp and cast Ritual of Purification once. Then he'll cast Ritual of Rest. Then he'll do 2 people, and then Ritual of Rest, and then 2 people, and then Ritual of Rest, and then 2 more people. So anyway, the captain or the commander will tell him also to visit, if he's capable of healing people like that, to also visit the hospital tents on either side of the command tent and heal the sick that are there as well. And to see the lady that they just sent to the gates to know what's wrong and how to heal them. And given that this is War Dog, and we all know that War Dog would do this, this is War Dog's basic plan for the rest of the day, is to sit here and play Jesus.
Yeah, probably.
The good news is that you guys are going to have your spells and everything refreshed by a Ritual of Rest, just by virtue of being in the command tent while War Dog is casting in the tent next door.
That's fair. I would like to also assist them a little bit on this lesser restoration front by channeling my my unstable magic.
War Dog is going to tell you that there's absolutely no reason for you to help. He's got this.
Yeah, that's never stopped me before.
He's going to tell you specifically not to help because he's got this. And that you should sit here and talk to the commander because the commander might have information about your quest.
Yeah, I wouldn't have told him first.
So you're just going to follow him out of the tent when he makes to leave the command tent?
Probably, and reached over to the first guy who seemed like he was dying of poison.
Well, before you leave, the commander will ask where you're going because you said you have to go south of here on another trip. And he would like to talk to you about that trip that you have to perform because he also needs to send rangers south of here.
Oh, of course. I heard that there was
some kind of a guy who was going to cast some ritual of some sort, I think it was. Is that what it was?
Yeah, wait, your quest?
Yeah.
You were supposed to go stop a guy from casting a ritual, right?
That's what I think it was. It was just further downstream.
He was the Red Priest? Or did you not get that much information?
Might have been Red Priest, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
It was explore the Aldani Basin.
That sounds about right. It was a basin of some sort.
So he
Red
wants to
Robe
pop
Wizards
up.
operating a secret base in the Aldani Basin. That was your quest?
What was that?
Red Robe Wizards in the Aldani Basin.
I believe so. They were going to cast a ritual that was going to do something in a few days or something like that.
Okay, yeah. So, conveniently, that is part of his mission as well.
Oh yeah, we were gonna go down there. We were gonna like stop him from casting some kind of a ritual.
So about this time, the commander suddenly starts looking really well, and everybody here feels rested. And once he starts looking really well and rested, he starts to look like he's a man that's really in charge and knows exactly what to do. And he tells you, yes, the Red Robe Wizards are a problem down there. They keep creating these monsters and sending them north, and they have to constantly fight these undead. He's not sure how they're creating them or why they're creating them, but he's sure that the God of Bones has something to do with it. And his people need to destroy the undead on their patrol as they quest to try to find those wizards.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, we can go down there and probably kill him. I'm sure that's probably the best way to stop him.
He doesn't want you to assassinate them. He wants you to destroy everything they've built up. And he's willing to send you 4 of the local tribal warriors and 4 of his guards on this quest.
Oh, that's a lot of stuff you got here. Like right this second, that's like a lot of people for you.
He has 58 people under his command here right now. It's just that the land is not very nice to them, and so they've all been beaten and destroyed.
Oh, see, I mean, we could probably go about doing like a purify food and drink, and Douglas could probably whip you up some good grub or something.
They're soldiers. They eat rations. They don't have grub to cook. They tried raising animals, and the gases killed them and made them all sickly. The mosquitoes killed them and made them all sickly. I mean, the monsters killed them and made them all sickly. They harvest the carcasses of the animals that come to the gates, the giant triceratops corpses and shit like that that you'll see around the edges of the gates. They harvest that meat, and that's the only fresh food they have, period.
And I take it you guys been purifying it before you eat it, right?
They cook it, salt it, and cure it.
Well, it's like a level 1 spell. I can't even go through and spare that. Jesus. It's even a paladin spell.
Are you telling him this, or are you just bitching?
Little of both.
I need to know what you're telling him if you're telling him this.
So that's some really low level magic in order to make your food purified. It's like, I'm not sure why you guys don't have access to that.
Look, kid, we're soldiers. We don't expect you to understand everything, but magic is a valuable resource, and we're not going to waste it on things we can do by just cooking our food.
Well, I mean, do you like go to bed with like spell slots open or something like that?
No, we're under constant attack all day, every day.
Yeah, well, I still think you could probably at least deal with the food issue. I mean,
Don't try my patience, kid. Are you going to take my detachment of soldiers with you or not? This isn't exactly a very hospitable place, and this is a military emergency.
it sure is. I mean, not having decent food sure is an emergency if you ask me.
Kid, if you don't shut up and get about the food, I am going to have you drawn and quartered in the center of the group, in the center of the camp.
Look, I'm a chef by trade. What do you expect?
All right, he calls in 5 guards to arrest you.
Look, man, I'm okay with that. I'll go with it. I don't need to deal with your food. I got my own good food.
Are you going to resist them?
No, but I am going to take him up on his offer on my way of being pulled out the door.
To join his detachment of soldiers to fight the undead?
Yes. Or I guess as they're entering, probably is about when I would have attempted it.
Yeah, he's got no patience for you. He's having you thrown in one of the guard towers, locked up, chained, and shackled. And they're confiscating all of your goods.
Oh man, there was a lot of good food in there. Can I at least cook my own food?
The guards tell you that if you don't shut up, he probably will have you killed. He's not exactly one to take any lip.
Or handouts, apparently.
They tell you if you can't watch your mouth, they will cut your tongue out to prevent them from needing to kill you. I'm guessing Emerald hasn't said a single thing this entire time.
I'm too busy shaking my head right now.
Well, he looks up to you and he says, well, what about you?
I'm just a scholar. I'm just here to do research.
Congratulations, girl. You're here to do research. I'll give you a sword. You can go out with the men and kill the undead.
I prefer a bow and arrow if you have one of those.
We could probably swing that, but you'll probably also want a sword. Call it hands-on field work.
I just kind of nod and go, I apologize for my friend. Is there any way I could have him back? I kind of need him.
I think a night in lockup will do him some good. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll just go beat the shit out of him and send him with you. Or, I could try him. Really depends on what he says tomorrow when I talk to him.
He's on his own.
What did you say?
I said he's on his own with this.
Pretty much. And who's wanting to cast food and water?
Douglas is.
Are you really going to cast something from a cell?
Within the cell so that I can eat the food, and then present it as an offering to the rest of them. I was sincere about my absolute desire in order to produce food for the people.
Well, you better roll persuasion so that they don't beat the shit out of you for casting spells and then cut off your hands.
Oh, come on, guys. This is probably much better and healthier for you guys than anything else that you guys have been eating recently. It's delicious.
Yeah, they'll all slowly come over and eat food with you. And then they'll tell you that if you keep casting spells or causing any trouble in there, they're literally going to start removing body parts from you in order to try to save your life because they really don't want to see you dead. But the more you do this kind of shit, the more the commander is likely to have you drawn and quartered.
I don't see the charges.
They let you know that there doesn't need to be any charges. You're in a military camp, and he doesn't give a fuck. It's his word, and that's final. And if you keep this shit up, his word is going to be that you die.
Well, that's just rude. I went out of my way to let them to deliver the person that they needed to see. They went and got him some food, and he's gonna go and try and kill me. I've done nothing but good for this guy, and he's gonna go ahead and try and kill me.
Yep, they understand that completely. And they also understand that if you keep arguing like this, you're going to die. In no uncertain terms, they will be ordered to kill you, and they will have to kill you. They will not die to save your life. They are going out of their way above and beyond to try to help you by telling you not to do this shit. Act like a commoner, don't talk back, do everything he says, be nice to him, don't cast any spells, don't draw any weapons, don't even make angry faces. Don't make sarcastic comments, don't make sardonic comments, don't make comments. Yes, sir, no, sir, and only the exact versions of the words he wants you to say are the things you should be permitted to say. Otherwise, you are likely to be killed, executed, murdered, drawn and quartered, thrown to the undead. Dead. Not coming back. Not alive. Not a person anymore. Meat for the undead. Do you understand?
Yeah, I guess. Oh, this guy's a bit of an asshole, isn't he?
Very, very much. But he's kept them all alive this far, and he's kept every contingent he's ever had alive and put his ass on the line for all of them. They are not going to disobey him for any reason.
Well, I understand your loyalty to him. I just don't understand how he's managed to get these results on such tenuous use of his power. He's got a genuine person here trying to help him, and he's not taking it. In fact, actually, what's his commanding officer? I should probably put in some words with him when I get back to town.
He is the commanding officer.
Oh, in this situation, yes, but he's got somebody above him, right?
Not on this continent.
So you're saying that he is actually the full-on leader of the Paladins of Tyr on this continent.
He is the man in charge of the Chult expedition. There is no higher officer than him here. In order to get a higher officer, you would need to travel way, way back to the Forgotten Realms and go to one of the main cathedrals and beg an audience with one of the archbishops or archwizards or archclerics of the particular religion.
Understood. Can I get like a sheet of paper from my bag there? I'd like to start penning a letter.
Roll a persuasion. These guys will let you have a pen and a piece of paper, provided you do not say anything about ever having obtained them, and you put them right back in your bag the moment you're done writing, or the moment anybody enters this tent or this watchtower.
Understood. It'll go right back into the bag, and I'll have it delivered whenever I get out of this area.
he'll give it to you.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll persuasion for your letter writing.
Okay.
I assume you're just trying to get him into any.
Absolutely was going to. Clearly.
Commander Breakbone is a poopy head. I tried to give him food, but all he did was fart.
Right. I forgot that I'm actually illiterate. That is actually a character trait. I've forgotten that I'm illiterate. Clearly, this has reminded me that I am in fact illiterate and cannot actually write.
So instead of taking out the dignified pen, you pull out the crayon and grip it in a solid fist instead of with fingers to write.
Yay. At least I'm entertained.
All right, Emerald, what do you want to do while War Priest is making everybody get rested and healed?
Just gonna walk around the camp, I guess, and look at everything. And take notes. Lots and lots of notes.
There's the camp. It's not very big. The War Priest's spell from the center of the camp actually covers the entire camp. So what are you taking notes on, and what do you want to inspect first? You're at the big rectangular tent.
Probably the walls.
The walls are heavily fortified palisades made out of tree trunks with big spikes on top. They're 12 feet tall. They have watchtowers. The squares that you see along the edges are the watchtowers. They're basically 2 stories tall. The first floor is a reinforced storage area in each one of them, and the second floor is an open roofed guard tower where you can fire down outside of the camp if you need to. If you go up on one of the watchtowers, you notice that the the camp pit that extends a little bit beyond the walls is basically full of rotting carcasses, and the area beyond it is basically covered in dead corpses and rotting carcasses of animals. Also, you notice that odd smell and cloud that was coming in earlier that they thought was poison is no longer here. Anything else you'd like to look at in the camp?
No, just kind of done pretty much at this point. Just gonna wander around and just kind of take little notes.
Okay. So you're just going to wander all over the camp unless people stop you?
Yeah.
All right, so the little tents basically are the quarters for the soldiers. They, sleep 4 each very comfortably. The latrines are in the little squares in the top left of the map, inside of the fence. And basically nobody goes there ever if they can avoid it. They're kind of sinking into the mud. They're very rickety. They look like they're about to fall apart. It looks like a stiff breeze will knock it over on top of you, knocking you directly into the muck in the latrine. It's covered in flies and mosquitoes and other bugs. And basically it's unsanitary and disgusting. The puddles, like I said, are everywhere. There's a few fires burning to keep soldiers warm and have cook fires and whatnot. And the bottom right, there's a pen full of sickly goats. There's like 4 of them in there. Let me see what else is over there. It's just 4 sickly goats. And then the 2 hospital tents each have, let's see. They each have 9 soldiers in them that are sick with varying diseases. But War Priest is sitting there basically curing and then resting. And everybody, it seems like everybody has found out about this because there's lines outside of each of the tents to just stand near him while he casts his revitalization ritual. And basically, they all feel tired, like they haven't had any sleep, and they want to get that cured. And somebody told them that that was happening, and there was a dude basically making everybody good as new. So they're all here to see that dude. They're prioritizing in order of who has the most damage to their body and who is the most sickly. And that's all that's going on in camp. He's caused quite an uproar. There's a line to see the Jesus boy.
One of them is healing, one of them is locked up.
Is my cell like in disrepair? Like is the wood like and metal looking rusted and dingy and that stuff?
The back of your cell is the wall to the camp, the palisade wall, and you're in a basically iron cell. Yeah, it's a little bit rusty, but it's strong and sturdy.
I'm asking because I want to clean the whole thing up so that it looks much better than the rest of the rest of the camp. You know, using things like mending to remove rust, prestidigitation to clean off any surfaces.
They literally just told you that casting spells puts your life in danger. It doesn't matter what the spell is, and you're still going to do it?
I'm going to do it completely silent and immune to, or completely silent and still.
You know that raises the spell level by 6 levels, right? You can't actually.
They're cantrips, and they use sorcery points.
Silent and still are meta magic feats that raise the spell level that you're trying to cast. So 3
Yes,
plus 0 is still 3.
I'm casting subtle spell, which is as a meta magic feat allows me to spend 1 sorcery point to cast it without any somatic or verbal components. That's the exact writing of what subtle spell is as a meta magic feat.
Okay, does subtle spell have verbal or somatic components?
No, it's a meta magic application that I can add to anything, such that if I spend any amount of sorcery points, a single sorcery point, any of these spells that I cast can be without somatic or verbal components.
So what are you doing exactly?
Bunch of mending and prestidigitation to clean up and repair the cell.
Okay, your cell looks brand new.
Fantastic.
Two of the guards don't appear to notice. One of them walks straight over to you and says, "What the hell did you do?"
I didn't do anything. I have wild magic. It just kind of cleans things sometimes. It does things.
Roll deception.
Usually it's my liking, but like, I don't know, man.
He completely and utterly believes you. He's like, "All right, we'll try to keep it under control when the commander comes around."
Absolutely, I try, but like, I could be doing this for the rest of the camp. I don't see why I'm just being left in here.
You're in here because you're insubordinate.
Absolutely, but I'm also a civilian.
It doesn't matter. In times of war, which this is, you become a military person.
Oh, see, nobody told me this. I'm like 10 years old. God, I locked up a child because he didn't know anything about the military.
You came here as an adult, you will be treated as an adult. If you want to be treated as a child, well, go find your mother and suck on her tit.
I wish I could. She's dead.
That's pretty disgusting that you want to suck on a zombie's tit.
Look, you. Do you have any humanity left?
Roll your perception. Somehow it eluded you before, but he's actually half orc, and the other half doesn't look very human.
Oh, that explains it then.
He just kind of stares at you like you're retarded.
Still, humanity is still a thing among humanoids.
Yeah, but you asked an orc if he has any humanity.
Yeah, that's true.
He just kind of like, look, kid, we're trying to help you the best we can. And if the best we can is literally cutting out your tongue so you cannot say anything to him, then we'll do that. Because we don't like killing kids. But we're gonna kill you if he tells us we have to kill you.
Yeah, that seems pretty messed up for a god of justice.
Really trying not to have to dismember you here. Don't want to cut out your tongue. Don't want to cut off your hands. But I will if it's going to keep you alive.
That seems neither lawful nor good. I guess it's kind of good. You keep me alive anyway.
I mean, it won't really do anything, because if you start casting spells, silent and still, you're just a fucking witch, you're still gonna get killed.
It's true.
Is there anything else you wanted to do to cause trouble while you're in a jail cell?
What are the sleeping housing type stuff there? Is there like a cot in there? Or
There's
is it
probably
just a
just a
floor?
bunch of straw, and at this point it's probably rotted.
Nah, it's been spruced back up probably.
True. So there's a bunch of straw.
That's fine. Haven't had some straw in a while. It's probably basically a bedroll at this era anyway.
Generally speaking, that's about right. So, you don't want to set the wall on fire or anything like that.
Absolutely not. No, I want this place to look spotless by the time I leave. I want it to be better than when I came in.
I mean, you could have taken a dump and it would have been better than when you came in.
Absolutely, and if I get free reign of the rest of the place, I'm totally cleaning the whole camp up. You know, unmuddying the ground, cleaning up the latrine, you know, just removing the shit from everything, and making it all smell nice.
It's too bad you had to mouth off to the commander. You could have been doing that while you'd have been getting free rests.
It's all zero level cantrips anyway.
All right, Emerald, is there anything you want to do here? Talk to soldiers, talk to people, help out war priests, chase a hamster that's riding on a raptor around?
Yeah, chase a hamster trying to ask it questions like, "What are you doing?"
I mean, Sasmo's a goblin, and he's basically walking around with you. But him and a raptor are walking around with you. And the guards don't really seem too happy that a goblin with a raptor is walking around. But
I mean,
they're
yeah,
not really
I guess
questioning
I'm
it
gonna
that
ask
much.
him how we got the raptor and why with his friends.
And what about his friends?
Why he's not traveling with them.
Well, you see, we were on this big boat, and I got thrown into the water a few times, but then I got a potion that allowed me to teleport, and I drank it after I was trying to help save somebody that I couldn't save as a horse, and well, I showed up in the middle of an execution run, and there were raptors and a T-Rex and this guy who well, I guess he was a really bad guy, but he didn't seem like a bad guy. I mean, he was kind of tied up, and he was just left there for bait, and he couldn't run, and I didn't think that was right, so I made it so he could run, and then a raptor tried to eat me, but I stopped them, and I talked to him, and it turns out he's a really cool guy, and he was taken from his parents at a really young age. He doesn't know where his parents are or his little pack, and the other raptors were not really friendly to him, so I tried to help him out too. And we got this guy safe, and we saved him from the execution run, and then it turned out some princes were not so happy about that, and they put a bounty on my head, so I kind of have to hide. But my raptor's really cool. Did you get any of that, or all of that?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just laughing at them. My raptor's really cool.
He only eats people after I kill them. Did you have anything to say to his story?
No, I'm just sitting there listening and just kind of nodding my head slowly.
Well, I'm working on it anyway. I'm gonna try to get the bounty off of my head, but to do that, I have to solve two quests for those guys, for the princes that put the bounty on my head, and if I solve them, they'll take the bounty off my head.
Angry Princes, Cool Raptor, and you saved the guy. I'd say you're a hero in my book.
Well, like, it turned out that guy might have killed an entire school of children and ate them.
You probably should have let that guy die.
Well, I mean, it's not like he told me that. He just told me he was innocent and he was being railroaded. I mean, how was I supposed to know? I just popped in and there were dinosaurs. They were trying to eat me.
Misleading. Yep, got it. You were lied to.
Just anything else you wanted to ask Sasmo?
What brought him to Chult?
everybody was mean to me back at home, and they all thought I was a bad guy because I'm a goblin. But I really just want to help people. I wanna heal them. I want to make things better. So this weird lady appeared in my swamp, and she was all like, "You need to come with me and help save the world, cause the death disease and things, and I'll pay you." And so I went, and I figured maybe I would be able to make a name for myself, so people would know that I'm a good guy.
I feel bad for him.
Well, if you give any indication you feel bad for him, he'll say it's all right. He's going to catch that guy, and he's going to solve the other quest, and then he'll be restored as a good guy.
There's one thing. I believe his name is Douglas. Is he usually that mouthy?
Yeah, he's pretty stupid sometimes.
Yeah, kind of got himself locked up for some reason.
I know, and if they try to kill him, I'm gonna have to save him. And I'm gonna have more people angry at me. Okay, so if you guys don't want to do anything else for the rest of the day, then we'll just skip ahead to the next day. Are we good? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, now.
I said if we're not going to do anything else that day,
Yes, sir.
so if we're not going
Don't think so.
Did you hear any of the story from Sasmo?
I did, yes.
She asked if Douglas was always that mouthy. Did you hear the response?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I was trying to figure out if you didn't what you heard, because it's been quiet for a while.
Yeah, after I had said something, it just grew really quiet. I was expecting you to have, like, some other response.
What was the last thing you said?
I was explaining how he got himself locked up for some reason or another.
Says I said, yeah, he's stupid sometimes. And if they try to kill him, I'm going to have to save him, and then more people are going to be angry at me. Did you get it that time?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if you guys aren't going to do anything, it's going to be until the next day before anything else happens here. Do you want to skip to the next day?
I'm good.
Yep.
Okay, so the next day, First of all, War Priest has spent pretty much all day healing every single person and casting that ritual of rest. So there was that. Um, Everybody here is now looking much better. And the sister, what's her name?
Lost you.
Sister Sias is very, very happy with him. She is beyond happy. She's like trying to do anything for him that she can do, just because of how much he's healed and helped, and how they can now all continue on their righteous quest. Bright and early, before the sun even rises, the commander goes right up to your cell and is like, "All right, kid, you slept on it. You gonna stop being a little bastard?"
Sorry, Douglas is now a teen and does not wake up before daylight.
Hey guys, Nero's calling me. Give me a sec.
I don't think you understand. Douglas doesn't have an option. He's being woken up. If you're sleeping when he gets there, he'll just enter and, like, dump some water on your head.
All right. While being panicked by the water, of course, at this point, well, one of his first reactions will be to immediately clean the water off of him.
So, prestidigitation.
Yes.
Okay, and then?
Will then be to listen to whatever it is he had to say.
He said, "All right, you little bastard. Are you going to stop being a little bastard this morning?"
I guess I don't really understand how I was being one before.
This is my camp. These are my men. This is my rules. I'm in charge here. You don't question me. You don't get to question me. That is how we get chaos, and chaos kills a fighting force.
Well, that's fair enough. See, if you explained that up front, that would have been fine.
All right, so if we're now seeing eye to eye, then I'll give you a little while to go freshen up, and you can join the soldiers out for the first ranging mission with your companions.
Okay, that I can do.
Do you need a weapon or armor?
I mean, I just need my clothing that I kept in my bed that I guess I'm still wearing technically. No, that should be just fine.
Are you wearing your duck uniform or the stuff you had them make?
Let's see. What would have been... I just got the new outfit, so I'd probably be wearing the new outfit.
Well, you were wearing the new outfit when you came into the camp. My question is, now that you've been given your shit back and you just said you're going to have to get your clothing from the bag, are you going to wear the clothing that's in the bag, or are you going to wear your actual armor?
No, I'm going to stay in my my actual gear, the stuff that I had the duck make.
Okay, I was just trying to figure out if you were trying to antagonize him by wearing hooker outfit.
No, that wasn't my intention here. However, when he did say freshen up, I assumed that he meant clean up the entire area in which I was given as a barrack. So Yeah, that tower's clean now. The guard tower.
I mean, would you have done that before or after we walked out?
Probably would have started going through my stuff, making sure I had it all, and then gone through and started doing it. So if he stuck around for any longer than like a minute or so,
No, he didn't stick around.
yeah. So that's probably not. No, the whole place is spotless now.
The same orc soldier that spent the entire night guarding you just says, "Good job, kid. You didn't get killed. I really thought I was going to have to kill you. You probably only have another 10 minutes or so before they go out on their quest, so do that, because if you don't, you're going to probably be court-martialed."
I mean, of course. I mean, I planned on making it there just fine. He told me also to freshen up the barracks, so that's what I was doing.
No, he wanted you to freshen up yourself. Do whatever you need to do. Take a piss. Do, that sort of shit. Eat your
Oh, that's
breakfast.
already been done. What do I do for the rest of the 10 minutes then? Can I just clean this thing up? This place is kind of dingy.
If you want, it's just a disgusting place anyway. It's just going to get back to the usual.
I mean, I guess I'd probably be able to do more in actually one of the bedrooms or something like that. If you guys are feeling up to leading me over there or something.
Nope. I'm going to stay here because this is where my job is. I don't get off for another few hours.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Is there like anybody else in any of the other cells, or is it just him sitting alone?
This isn't normally a cell. This is normally a guard post. He sits down here. There's a bunch of shit in storage right around the corner. There was probably a bunch of shit in storage in your cell until they moved it out because they had to put you in it.
That's fair enough.
He's basically a supply clerk.
Then I'll just go ahead and clean the whole place up on my way out the door.
Okay. You notice there's a bunch of equipment here that looks like it could use good repair, and you repair it. No issue. When you get outside, Emerald's already out there with a bow and a quiver, and there's the soldiers all suiting up, getting ready. They seem to be smearing some form of mud all over their bodies, and they basically hand you both a bucket and say, "Smear this all over your bodies. It'll save you from the mosquitoes."
I'll just smear it all over my body. I'm assuming that it's magical in some form or another. It's not, but I'm going to assume it.
Okay, I do the same.
You're all now covered in mud. Okay. So on total, let me see how many there are here. Okay, he's sending you out with a small group of 6 soldiers to range and kill all the undead in the area nearby. So sweep the camp first and kill any straggling undead. And then you're going to need to go south of here and see if you can find where the undead are streaming in from. You guys still have your maps up?
Nope.
That is a negative, sir.
I can pull it up though.
Boom.
Thank you, sir.
I'm trying to put your characters on, but I can't seem to. Oh, I need to add you to the combat tracker. And you're all there. I'm going to leave Sazmo and War Priest back at the camp. Unless you want Sazmo to come out with you.
I mean, it says wasn't good at killing people.
Do you want Sazmo out there with you or not?
Probably. I probably also want War Priest out there because he's good at killing undead and sanctifying their remains.
Yeah, but War Priest has spent the entire night casting spells, and while he's technically rested, he's still weary. So the commander is going to order him to stay and take a rest, and order that the sister will actually, take care of any of his needs for the day.
Okay.
I gotta find the soldiers. He's sending 4 guards with you, but I don't have them here for some reason. As soon as they're green, you can see them, right?
I don't see anybody on this map at all.
Combat tracker wise, I mean. Or can you not see
combat tracker wise, yes.
Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to allow you guys to determine which way you're going to go around the camp to clear the camp first, and then I'm going to pull up a battle map of the forest and see if you guys can range south and find something. But give me a few moments to set up more as far as this combat is concerned, because for some reason it's not preset.
Okay. Oh, I feel like a counterclockwise loop around should probably be fine. What do you think?
I could sit in one of the watchtowers and shoot from above, if that would help at all.
I mean, we could just shoot from up in the watchtowers. That would be really easy. In fact, I have fly as a spell. We can just fly over them and just shoot them.
A flying halfling, that'd be hilarious. Swore I heard a female voice.
I did hear a female voice. It sounded like, "Are you kidding?" And the answer is you're not allowed to do it from the watchtower because you're going to need to spread out and go south anyway, and you need to clear off the entire area around the camp, otherwise the zombies will overrun you. Were you all able to hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, I was reading the Hunter's Mark.
That's fine. You were able to hear me though still, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you said you were going to go around. You said you're going to go around counterclockwise?
Yeah, I think that's what Casey was thinking.
Yep. That way, the most recent place that we've cleared out will be the south, since we're going south at the end of this all anyway.
God, I can't wait for the new version of this to come out. In the new version, I can just tell it to place enemies randomly, and I don't have to actually place them. And I can define a region that they randomly spawn in.
That sounds super convenient.
It also automatically does Fog of War. So your actual sight ranges are the only things visible.
That is also super convenient.
All right. So I'm going to say go ahead and roll initiative, and I'll let the guards keep the initiatives that they auto rolled, and then we'll start the little expedition. What did you roll, Casey?
I got a 5.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that it showed up right because it rolled for everybody already. And it did.
Now the guards are considered unidentified creatures.
I have no idea why. I tried to click him to move him, and he went unidentified. Guard entered incognito mode.
Oh no, they're actually evil.
I'm trying to figure out which guard is which, because when I click them, they don't highlight.
Once you can double click them and get which one they are. Oh man, there was 25 XP.
Wait, you can see their character sheets?
Oh, looks like it's their monster manual sheet, which I'm guessing would be their character sheet.
Yeah, that's their character sheet, all right. So stop cheating.
Oh man, you mean I'm not supposed to read this stuff?
No, you're not. Anyway,
Yeah,
guard
I'm
3
not
walks
supposed to
forward
be
and has
considering
them
killing
open
them
the
for
gate.
25 XP?
Shut up and listen. Guard 3 walks forward and has them open the gate. Roll your perceptions as the gate slowly opens. All right, on the other side of the gate, you A, first hear and boo, and B, then you see a shit ton of zombies. They've been sitting here trying to bang on the door all night trying to get in.
Well, that's unfortunate. If only I could ask them for the water bucket brigade or something. We could have done this my way and it would have been done simpler.
Anyway, guard 3 takes his swing at zombie 6. And by swing, I mean he uses a spear.
No, guard 3, don't do it. Don't you see the initiative tracker?
Alright, this is going to be a pain in the ass for me because I can't actually see everything on screen at once. I wish I had 2 monitors here. So you guys are going to have to tell me when I make the attacks if they hit so I can cause damage.
Okay, that's a hit. Tell you what, having 2 monitors isn't helping either because it doesn't actually let me put it onto both monitors.
Did the damage apply?
Yes, 5 damage to zombie 6, status light.
Emerald's turn.
I could be your friendly combat monitor here. I could narrate the whole thing.
Do be my friendly combat monitor. In the meantime, I'm going to change my push to talk button because I'm sick of everything scrolling away from me when I push it down.
Yeah, that sounds like you need a new push to talk button. Seems like you need one every campaign.
So I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
On which target?
Alright.
On my. But it cast it her, and I just cast it on myself.
No, it marks a target, doesn't it?
Yeah, if I choose a creature. I'm going to cast it on the nearest zombie to me, which I'm assuming is 2. And I am going to shoot an arrow at it.
Alright, where are you casting it on?
I'm going to cast it on zombie number 2.
Alright, so drop Hunter's Mark on 2, but 2 is definitely not the closest to you. The closest to you is 9. So if you scroll mouse, you can actually zoom in on the zombies, and in the top right corner it tells you what their number is.
I had to actually get rid of the map because the map was blocking everything.
Well, you definitely need the map because it's very important. So you're going to have to kind of like shrink the map a little bit. If you go to the right-hand corner, bottom corner, you can actually drag the map and make it a smaller size.
Okay, how do I re-get the map then?
You got the map back.
Thank you, sir.
How do I zoom the map with no scroll wheel?
You buy a fucking scroll wheel, you pleb.
Why would I want a scroll wheel? I don't use those.
Is this my push to talk button? I forgot what my push to talk button is.
That is your push to talk button.
Yay, I chose correctly.
But clearly you chose poorly in your choice of which is your push to talk button.
I have to choose something that does nothing in the game, but also doesn't display anything. Okay, so Hunter's Mark is actually an action. So you're going to mark that creature. So you're going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Yes.
Did you drag the Hunter's Mark thing to? So you click the little magnifying glass, and you drag the effect onto the character you're targeting. Did you do that?
And you said the closest one to me was 9?
You're looking at the map, right? It's the one in the middle.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, it's the one in front in the middle.
Yep, we're good.
I don't see any effects on him.
I put it on 9. It's there.
Okay, I do see it now. You're not going to move on your turn and get any closer?
Yeah, I'm going to step up a little bit closer, but I'm going to stay rather close to the entrance.
All right, I just locked tokens, so now you have to get approved moves, so that way you can see how far the moves are. He's going to run up and smack the only guy he can. Was that a hit?
Yep, that was a hit.
Yes. Four damage. Light.
All right, Zombie 2 is going to do that thing where he attacks the guy that just attacked him.
Oh no, you should not do that.
Did it hit?
Miss.
Miss.
Also, how does he attack through somebody like that? That would require a reach at this point where he's standing.
Oh, good point. Zombie 2's in the back, isn't he?
Yep.
There. He moves up into the one square that he can move up to.
Indeed, he did.
Zombie 1 attacks the only guy he can reach.
Hit.
Yeah, it's a 19. It had to have hit. Ooh,
6 damage. Status moderate.
It's Douglas's turn!
Oh boy, it's finally my turn to clean up this whole battle. Been a waste of time from the beginning, if you ask me.
Wouldn't be Douglas's turn without pitching. What's Douglas doing?
Absolutely not. Douglas is moving right over here. And then casting a fireball.
way of... Okay, here we go. Let me enter drawing mode. It's a 20-foot radius, so...
How long does it last? Just one round, right?
One round. It's a fireball that, I just want to catch the 4 zombies that are on the other side of the guards.
And we're up for roasting s'mores.
It's a pretty big radius, though. Is that going to catch the boats, actually? I'm just going to catch
Use
the boats.
pointers, draw a circle, and then draw your radius from that.
Pointers, draw a circle. Oh, that's convenient. 10 foot.
You see the 20-foot one I put down?
Yep.
So I believe the answer is yes, it'll definitely hit 3 of the boats. Or you can pull it in one row and hit 2 of the guards and the wall. Or you can not cast a fireball so close to the camp.
Yeah, looks like that's what I'm gonna have to do. Quite the shame though, because this could have been nice and easy if the guards weren't standing here.
I mean, you could still cast it and tell the guards to move before you cast it. Or you can tell the guards move out of the way and then hold your turn until they both move.
No, they already moved on this turn. It's not worth it. Besides, I doubt they believe me anyway. Pay me with too much of the respect that they should give somebody who's been assigned to their position. Thomas is charging them still 500 gold a day, though.
If you tell them, move, I'm going to blow up everything outside of that door, and then wait for them to move, they will move. They are soldiers.
Yeah, they are. Let me see if I can do a cone here.
Do you want me to leave that 20-foot circle there?
I'm thinking of a 15-foot cone, actually, from here.
You can't do it from there because there's no door there.
I guess this would be the 15-foot cone, huh?
Correct.
Which will hit a guard.
Both guards.
So it would be from here.
Are you going to cancel the move, or are you doing that move?
I think I'm doing the move and doing this cone then.
You're still going to hit a guard.
Does that hit the guard? It does hit the guard, doesn't it?
Yes.
Alright. Well, we're not moving at all, and we're gonna shoot a fireball, or shoot firebolt at the closest guy. Which is Zombie 2.
So you're not shooting through the.
No, not moving.
Okay. So cancel your moves because you don't need to move.
No, I get rid of the movement now. I like that, okay.
Did you figure it out?
Yep, got it.
There's another one there that's 15-foot move.
That's a pointer of some sort that isn't mine.
Well, it's not mine either, and it's not a
And
pointer.
maybe it is because I hit this. Okay, that's because I'm casting.
What did
That's
you
kind
do?
of cool.
What did you do to do that?
I just targeted in the combat tracker.
Oh, okay. So you target him, and it says 15 feet away.
Yep.
It looks like you did damage to him.
Yep. Alright. That's effective enough for me. It looks like I can also target him on the map itself, and it'll also do the same. Same way, hold control, hit left click on him.
All right, what do you want Sasmo to do exactly? Because he can't fight through any of you.
He can do whatever he does. Sasmo does Sasmo things anyway. I think we all just believe in him. I know it doesn't help you that much, but that's probably our mentality here entirely. And I have no idea what his abilities for combat are, so I couldn't really give a good direction for it. It's saying Firebolt should be 2d10, not just 1.
Why is that?
Because I am now higher than level 5. At level 5 it becomes 2d10 rather than 1d10. So I guess let me just roll another damage roll on him, and then I'll adjust it on my character sheet here for later.
Did you do the damage?
Yep.
Is he dead?
Nope. Moderate damage.
That's weird. Sasmo's weapons don't show up in the quick tracker.
I can't imagine that makes things any easier for you.
Did that successfully attack the zombie?
Yes, and it hit.
Okay, as long as it hit.
Heavy damage. 10 damage.
Now, did you tell them to back up or no?
No.
So guard 2 walks right up behind whatever guard's in the middle, places his spear gently over the guy's shoulder, and jabs at the zombie in front of him. That looked like it hit. Was I right?
Yes. 3 damage.
I don't actually see the zombie whose turn it's telling me. That's weird.
That's which zombie is it? Zombie 6?
It was zombie 5.
Zombie 5? I'm not seeing a zombie 5 here. I'm not even seeing it on the tracker.
There's no 5 and there is no 8.
Dramatic tension, of course.
Maybe I put him underneath another zombie by mistake. Zombie 5 is really good at hiding. And the last guard gets to go, and he's going to do the same thing. One spear over the shoulder. Was that a nat 1?
It says 16 for me. It's attack 16 at zombie 6 hit.
For guard 1 hitting? Yeah.
Oh man, I could have sworn it said nat 1 on this side. I was like, and the guard runs right up to his friend and spears him in the back.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect way to wind up inside that jail cell that I just cleaned out. For the remainder of their very short life.
Alright, zombie 6 just attacked, but then a whole bunch of dice rolled. What happened?
Automatic miss. So probably in that one.
Alright, let me move this stupid map away. Automatic miss, fumble effect, critical counter. The target critically hits you with a basic attack. If the action is impossible, your original target gains the attack point. Huh. What do you know? That zombie just tried to attack the guard in front of him, and instead, the guard just, like, speared him right through the eye.
Ouch.
With critical damage, no less. Good job, guard number
3.
3.
He led the charge and then he counterattacked. Sounds like someone might be getting a promotion.
Or at bare minimum, not shit for being nice to you. That applied damage, yeah?
Yep. 4 and 6 damage heavy.
Okay.
Also, if some of these guys are some of the guys who are hanging around here, I'm definitely not blowing them up. If they were some of my friends.
I mean, some of these guards are the ones that took you to the guardhouse, but you could tell them to step back and still fire your fireball.
Nah, it's fine. It saves a fireball for later.
That looked like it might have been a hit.
Yes.
critical?
Uh, seems it. No, it's that he died, it looks like. Or maybe? Okay, so it hit. Damage.
Hold on, I'm rolling through.
Seems it
Zombie
expired or
slams.
something.
He hits. Effect 1d6. Oh, the hunter's mark expired on the zombie, it looks like.
It should last permanently.
It only lasts for an hour,
It should last for an hour.
which is why I was confused because I don't think that spell should have just been an action. I should have been able to hit it too.
It's a bonus action to cast it.
Okay, the hunter's mark actually gave the zombie the ability. He gave the zombie an extra d6 damage against the guy.
That is
Well,
not the way
that's
that's supposed to happen.
I'm supposed to cast it on myself because it says damage 1d6 roll and then it says self.
Alright, so what it probably is, so what you're probably supposed to do with that then is you mark the target. You basically say which one you're marking with the hunter's mark, and whenever you go to attack him, you just apply that buff to yourself before you roll your attack.
It never wants to add it to the zombie I read.
Yeah, rather than adding it to him, you just add it to yourself before you every time before you go to hit that particular one that you've marked.
All I did was do what Ghost said.
Yeah, it just seems like it was set up in such a way that we weren't expecting it to work that way.
Yeah, because I know it doesn't say I'm supposed to cast it on my foe. It just says cast and then do.
Anyway, so the spell ends.
Hunter's mark says you choose a creature you can see within range and mark it as your quarry. Until the spell ends, you deal an extra d6 damage to the target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack, and you have advantage on wisdom rolls against it. That to me means that you drag the effect to the thing, but now I'm noticing when I expand the thing, the little magnifying glass, it says roll self. So you are supposed to cast the effect on yourself.
Yep. Just anytime that you hit something that you've targeted with the hunter's mark, just hit that button to roll it on yourself before you roll to hit him. Okay.
Anyway, I'm going to take the hunter's mark damage off of the guard, which was only 3 damage.
So it's a bonus action to cast, and whenever your marked target hits 0 HP, you get to choose another target.
Speaking of, it's your turn now.
You have marked 9. Do you wish to shoot him?
Yes, except for the fact that I have 2 guards in front of me, and I don't know if I can hit a zombie with an arrow. Oh, them in front of me.
You can shoot into combat as long as you have the combat thing.
Yeah, but there's also a chance I'd hit them.
I think they got rid of the whole shoot into combat thing this time around. Let me check real quick. Shooting into melee. No penalty for shooting into other close combat. The only applicable rule is cover, in which case your allies don't count as cover.
Okay, then you can just shoot him directly.
Yeah, I will do that. I will shoot the zombie that I am targeting.
Okay, then you do that. You shoot that boy.
You shoot him, you target him, and you blow him up.
Not with that roll, you don't.
You gotta target your guy. Just hold control and click on him on the map, it'll target him.
Or drag the attack directly to him.
That'll also work. Just get a nice cool little line show up if you hold this. Isn't it so cute?
I don't actually see the line for her.
That's because she's not targeting it. Well, it says you're targeting it, so it should work anyway.
I see her targeting it now. Shoot him. Shoot him now.
Blow him up.
Roll the attack.
Yeah,
Did it hit?
it did.
Yay, roll the d6. Plus d6.
Just roll the damage from both.
No, don't do that. You just added the effect again. You've already got the effect.
Now you have to remove that effect.
I removed it. Now just roll the damage.
Do I do my first hit plus the d6?
No, you only
Just
get
hit the,
one hit. Just drag the damage from your attack. Well, actually, just double click the damage. Roll it, or roll it once.
Click it once.
Anyway, click it once.
Wait.
Just click the damage
Look at
button.
your character sheet, then look at the attack, then click the damage next to it. So on the Actions tab, you have a longbow. Click 1d8 plus 4 piercing. And it should roll the d6 automatically.
Looks like it would be a double click it for that, or you can click and drag it into your side panel over there. That's what it looks like.
That is definitely not how you were supposed to do that. Are you looking at your character sheet?
Yeah, I've never had issues not rolling damage before. This is weird.
Alright, you see 1d8 plus 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Double click.
Done and done.
There you go. I believe you
And
seriously
then do I
injured
roll
that
the
man.
d6?
It's already been rolled.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at the chat, you'll see the damage icon, and it says 12 to zombie. Right above that, it says 5 plus 3 plus 4.
Okay.
But now, next time you attack the zombie, you're going to have to apply the effect to yourself again.
This is he already did it beforehand.
That I know how to do.
Yeah. Alright, Sasmo's going to repeat the same attack he did before.
Rip him in half, Sasmo.
Looks like it hit.
Yep.
There we go.
Damage 10, zombie 2, critical.
That hit.
Yep. Five damage critical.
Did that one hit?
Yes. Four damage.
Also hit.
Yep.
Douglas's turn.
Douglas's turn indeed. Alright, I am going to target this zombie right here with Chaos Bolt. The first die in my down... Oh, let me first see if I hit. I do hit. Alright, so the first D8 will be the damage type is what it looks like. Let's just roll this bad boy here. He's now dead is what it looks like. I did not see what the dice looks like. So that should have given me one of the D8s should have told me what the damage type was.
We move everything and look at the map or the tracker. Okay, so what happened here?
This looks like it just added everything together. I need to know the breakdown of what got rolled.
Okay. You see damage, chaos bolt, type, untyped, 2d8 plus 1d6 equals 8.
I don't see that.
Okay, what I see is Douglas Winchester, damage, chaos bolt, type,
I do see that,
untyped.
okay.
You do see that?
Yeah, I do see that. Alright, my character sheet was over top of it. I see that. Roll the same number on both D8s. I did not roll the same number on both D8s. Okay. So that would have been... So the first D8 was the damage type. This will be acid damage. So it's 8 acid damage to him.
8 total acid damage or 7 acid damage?
8 total acid damage.
Okay, well that doesn't harm him at all. I mean, it does harm him, but it doesn't do anything special, is what I was trying to get at.
Okay.
He's dying.
I make note of that because I know that 6 is considered poison, and I'm pretty sure undead are not vulnerable to poison damage.
They're immune to poison. That hit?
Yes.
Did that hit?
Miss.
Miss. Okay.
And here comes the next zombie. Let's see what he accomplishes. Here he goes. He's making a swing and... Oh, better luck next time, zombie.
Are you going to parry every attack?
I've had my fun. Miss. I think you skipped the zombie. Wait, no, it's because he's at the back.
Wait, Zombie 2 is dying, right?
Yep.
He can't attack.
Nope. But he missed anyway,
I have to
as
roll.
one might expect from someone who's dying.
5 misses in a row.
To be fair, he was unconscious, so clearly he only had disadvantage. It says,
Oh,
turn
boy.
2, turn, Zombie 2, unconscious. Attack, slam, effects, disadvantage, drop 6. So let that be a lesson to you. You can still sleep attack, you're at disadvantage. I actually have to have him roll the zombie fortitude though, so hold on a second.
You very much should.
You're telling me that I can shoot arrows in my sleep?
Apparently you can. You're just at disadvantage.
Technically, yes. But will the narrative ever actually require you to do so? I sure hope not. He done did get up, boys.
He done did get up indeed. But that's all he did.
He's done woke up.
It's Emerald's turn.
Apparently he likes me.
So go ahead and don't forget to add your effect before you attack Zombie 9. Good. I see the effect on. Attack!
Hits.
Do
Plus
damage!
9 to hit? Holy crap.
Wait, what? Did you say she got a 29 to hit?
No, plus 9 to hit.
Oh, okay. Oh, you said she got 29 to hit. I was like, I only saw very much less than that.
He's down! Yay! You may now pick another target for your hunter's mark.
I mean, don't do that just yet.
I mean, it hits 0 hit points. By the spell, she should be able to pick one.
I'm not saying she shouldn't be able to pick one. What I'm saying is he might stand back up.
He might, and it might be a good idea to pick him again.
I'll just stay on him.
Has the choice.
Was that a hit?
That was a hit.
That was a hit and a run. Good job, sir.
So you may make a bonus action on a subsequent turn of yours to mark a new creature. Alright. So it basically counts as if you're going to cast the hunter's mark again, just you don't have to spend the spell slot on it.
Did Zombie 2 hit?
Zombie 2 missed.
Man, this Zombie 5 that's in here, I'm really dying to find out where the fuck he is.
Can't blame you there. I kind of want to know too.
He's gonna be a shy surprise. You're
I don't
gonna
like
walk
that,
out.
right?
You're gonna walk out the door, close the gate behind you, and it turns out he was just behind the door the whole time, waiting.
Probably.
That definitely hit, right? I mean, he had advantage.
Yep. He is dying.
Again with the dying.
He's falling over and he's doing the dying.
Exceeds hit points by 9.
That it is.
That hit?
Yep. He is dying. The zombie, he is dying.
Twice as hard.
It's Douglas's turn.
What is it? I mean, clearly, yes, it is, but you know. Oh, let's do another Chaos Bolt. That's a hit, so we'll do a damage. Let's see, what is a 5 damage? A 5
It's a
is...
failure of system shock is what that is.
5 is lightning damage.
Ooh. That's one hell of a system shock that failed.
Sure was. Well, I had fun. He got zapped. Moving on.
He's not dead yet. It just says
No,
that
he got
he's
zapped.
heavy.
I'm getting better.
No, he's laying on the ground. Standing. I don't know how you lay on the ground standing, but it's what he's doing.
Did that hit?
Yes. Guard 4 is critical. We're sending him back with the... as soon as this is done. You can barely stand, man. Go home. Go to
That
the man
hit?
who touches you. And I'm not talking about me this time.
Did that hit?
Yes.
Apparently the unconscious are striking back.
Oh, that is unconscious.
How much damage did I do to that card?
6 damage.
That was to guard 6?
That was to guard 3.
Guard 3 is
Wait.
undamaged.
Zombie 6. Attack guard 6. Hit. Damage 6 to zombie 6. That's not the way that's supposed to happen.
Hey, he'll get over it. He still has to do a save.
I mean, he's unconscious anyway.
Did he stand back up?
6, I don't think so. I don't see success or failure, so. Zombie 9 is unconscious.
9 just needs to stay down and just stay.
Just stay down, Zombie 9. It's better that way. Save 7.
Oh, it's guard 2's turn. Well, that other guy stayed down, so he's just gonna attackity attack. Number 2. Oh, number 2 is unconscious, so he auto hits.
Yeah. Is giving him the pokey poke in the eyes.
Double tap. He prefers to call it double tap.
Yeah, the pokey poke in the eyes. Save 4.
Exactly. All right, I'm gonna go through the combat tracker and get rid of the ones that I know are dead.
Okay. They can all get up at any time. Don't you worry about that.
Oh no, they know her deep dark secret that she actually is good with a bow.
Oh no.
But they still don't know her secret hobby.
Knitting. Hit.
Yes, knitting.
6 damage. Phasmo. Kill him. Rip his arm off.
His face off.
Lop his whole head off. Get him out of here.
Swing, bada 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 bada, swing!
Did that hit?
Hit. Critical at 11 damage.
Man, it's Zombie 5, wherever the fuck he is, he's really good. He's a ninja.
Seems it.
So it jumps my map around to show me who is actually doing the next attack. It puts them in the center. And when Zombie 5 comes up, it doesn't put him anywhere.
This guy is just a ninja, isn't he?
But it's got a little mark saying he's on the map somewhere. Are you telling Guard 4 to retreat, or are you letting him run out and fight zombies still?
I'll let him fight right up until until his fight's over. At which point I'll take a moment to take a look at our guards and see he's beat up to shit.
He attack and hit.
Hit. Dying.
Emerald Stan.
There is one standing zombie. I suggest you mark it.
Oh boy, here we go.
Mark and fire. Choose 7.
Oh no, Mark's on fire?
Oh no. Poor Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, Hunter Mark.
Am I even targeting it?
Nope.
No. DM summons target zombie. Target is effective. You may now attack.
Roll the hit.
Fine, I think I can only do hunt. Oh no, I can do it 3 more times. Okay.
No, it doesn't cost you any spells. It's just the one spell effect that continues.
You keeps going for an hour, and this has not been an hour yet. As a matter of fact, this hasn't even been a minute yet.
Although sometimes it feels like it.
Ooh,
Holy
that was
crap.
a 2. Did you still hit?
hit.
Alright, do your damage.
Oh.
What'd you get, min damage?
Just about.
Douglas's turn.
He's not dead yet.
Still feel his arms. Okay, let's
You can still feel his face.
Firebolt. Yum. Darn.
Happy groan.
Oh, he actually hit another guard. Oh no.
I mean, he hasn't been able to hit this whole time. He's been standing behind people, but now he's happy because he can hit.
And he hit somebody who wasn't hit before. There was only one guy who was hit.
This guy is unconscious, yeah?
Yes. Success, probably. It's 19.
That's weird. It didn't give him life back for some reason. It's supposed to, though. He stands back up triumphantly.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
And now it's
ooh.
Cartoo's turn.
Oh my. Getting a little too close to Phasma.
Shut up. He's attracted to goblins. I mean hamsters. Did he hit?
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta protect that hamster.
Dying.
Well, duh. He just wiped it all out again. Guard 1 will do the valiant thing and attack again.
Hit. Dying.
Your turn. Do you want to shoot the dying zombie to make it harder for him to get back up?
Oh, do I want to make him a human pincushion? Yes.
You're at disadvantage.
Which
for
one's
that.
dying?
The one you're targeting, but you're at disadvantage, so just so you know.
Would be an advantage for hitting a dying target. So they cancel each other out.
It'll be disadvantage for a prone target, so I
Yep.
guess they cancel each other out. So roll it at advantage and disadvantage checked off.
That comes out to nothing.
Except that if she rolls it right now, he's still unconscious, so it would be at advantage. So if she checks both of them off, or just checks off disadvantage, actually, it should clean it out.
We're doing both or just doing disadvantage?
Disadvantage. Did you hit?
Yep.
Do your damage.
I mean, she literally has to not roll a 1 to hit.
I wouldn't really use Hunter's Mark for this. I'm just going to chance it.
Ooh.
You had 6 damage?
I didn't,
10.
10 damage overall. Okay.
I didn't have Hunter's Mark. I didn't feel like it was worth.
Well, Sasmo is not going to let this go. With the guy just falling down, that's silly. He's just going to rip off his head now. Sasmo did over 10 damage.
12 damage.
Sasmo leans down and cuts the zombie's head off.
Woo.
She did 8 damage, right?
10.
Oh, okay. That zombie's not getting up either.
If that's the case, then we'll set up a quick funeral pyre and send guard 4 home.
I mean, no, you'll do no such thing, because you haven't even bothered to look out the door now that there's no zombies in the way.
Okay. Let me look out the door now that there's no zombies in the way. Say 14.
Look, more zombies!
Hey, we found 5.
Did we?
You found 5? Where?
I count 4, see 4, and don't see a 5 on any of them.
I see 3, 4, 8, 10.
I see 3, 5, 8, 10, and 4.
You're looking at the combat tracker. That's where I was seeing 5 as well. I would say he was right over here behind the door. Surprise!
Ah, it's 5!
Are you still sending 4 back inside?
Yep. I mean, quite honestly, the person who cares about the health of the people, the status monitor of the group, was in fact our cleric, who is now no longer with the group. So might not be quite as immediate up on that. So let me just do a quick roll. Oh yeah, he's going back. Get the hell back, guy.
All right, he goes back in because it's his turn. And now it's Zombie 8's turn.
Oh man, you knew he was behind the door the whole time, didn't you?
No, I just threw him there because I got sick of not seeing him. And if none of us had seen him the entire time, then he was just really good at hiding. In reality, he's actually floating in a moat, trying to get back up onto the ground. So he's like 4 feet below everybody.
That's a little spooky.
Well, that big ditch around the thing is actually a moat filled with water.
Yeah, but now he's just a bloated corpse floating in the water.
Trying to attack you, yes. And it is your job to kill all the zombies. Speaking of your job, it's your turn next.
Oh boy, it's my job! Wait, I thought my job was as a merchant. As a journeyman of equity and wealth services.
Good news, you've been deputized as a private in the army.
And they're still paying my rate. 508. I've already agreed.
The damage type was acid again. I don't like seeing acid.
Well, he doesn't like seeing you either. Who did you attack? Did you hit? Did you do the damage?
Yep.
Okay. You gonna get your ass outside or cast a fireball to clear some of this shit up?
Nope, this is gonna hit our boats, and I don't want to hit the boats.
It would not have hit the boats had you done it before, but no, you didn't bother to do it. That hit?
Yep. Two damage.
That hit?
Nope.
Your turn.
Why, it's Douglas's turn again. Alright, let's go ahead and blow this guy up again. This time it's cold damage.
Set?
Yep.
Do you have, like, end of turn button on your combat tracker? Ah,
Yes.
you do. Okay. Let's use that so I know when your turns are over. But it's her turn.
Who does my arrow want to hit today?
And
I heard who does Might All want to hit today.
I could go for some Might All, but that means I have to get up. You know what? Screw it, no.
you should blow up
Let's
the
go
zombie. Yeah. I like this turn of events.
I was gonna hit 5, but then I realized I'd be at disadvantage.
I don't know that you have a clean line of sight on him either.
You have to be outside the door to see 5. Did you hit 8? Like, did she do her turn and roll her attack and all that shit?
Just happened, there was a hit, and the damage is now 11 damage. Nice.
Guard 3 is going to pokey zombie 5.
What? I was hoping we'd have a dead zombie. Two damage? What do you think you're gonna do with that, Guard 3? Like, you may have been heroic up front, but you, sir, that was a miss.
That was a miss.
You, sir, fail in the intellectual department here. Hit. And the intellectual department is all that separates us from the zombies. Dying. Well, that guy was off my screen.
I'm looking something up at the moment to see if Sasmo can do it.
Okay.
Do you know when people get multiple hits?
I know that Emerald should have multiple hits at level 5. But she should be making multiple attacks in one turn, honestly.
Do I?
Yep.
Where's that?
That was within her class of Ranger at level 5.
Probably should have told her that beforehand.
Probably. But I didn't remember it until you brought it up. Also, anytime you hit something that's damaged, you get an extra D8 of damage.
Wait, I do what now?
Yeah, don't you remember that thing that you gained that let you do an extra D8 for one attack each turn on weakened things?
Oh yeah, Colossal Slayer.
Yeah, that thing.
That thing.
You see, we went through this all before. We just kind of forgot.
You just forgot. So wait, I get multiple attacks for being a ranger?
Yep, for being a level 5 ranger. Even though you're level 6. At level 5, you got it.
Can you look it up and find out what her bonuses are to hit? Because the attacks should be different. Should be
Nope.
2 different BABs.
Not at all.
Because I took Hunter as a subclass, and for Hunter's Prey, I took Colossal Slayer. I get an extra D8 of damage when I attack.
Yeah, at 5th level, you can attack twice instead of once whenever you take an attack action on your turn. That's what the feature reads. Sasmo is what currently?
4 Druid, 3 Barbarian.
Okay. He does not ever get extra attacks. As a druid, let's check Barbarian. Barbarian gets extra attack at 5th level.
Okay,
And
what
5th
about
level
you?
of 8. So since he's only 3rd level Barbarian, then he's not it.
What about you?
But me, I never get extra attacks. I don't think clerics get extra attacks either. Let me double check as well. No extra attacks as a cleric. I'm not even sure paladins do, but let me double check that. No, paladins get it at 5th. It's unconscious.
Yeah, I know. I tried to drop the die, but it wouldn't let me. What was that
Okay.
save? Did it say?
Save is 19. Which I'm assuming means it probably gets up.
Yep. Actually, wait. How much damage did it take to knock it out?
Let's see. Exceeds hit points by 4.
Yeah, it still gets up.
No.
That hit.
No.
Emerald's turn.
How's my boy number 8 looking?
I just got up from being dead.
Well, he's going back to being dead, hopefully.
Ooh, that was a sick almost comeback.
Almost. Oh, can attack with advantage and disadvantage. Status is dying.
How much damage?
4 plus 4 exceeded hit points by 4.
Douglas.
Extra attack. Allows her to target anything else, make an extra attack, I believe.
Oh, she didn't do a second attack? Okay. So she can shoot him again if she wants.
What else is in my range that I can target?
3, 10, 4. And you haven't moved your mark yet?
Let me go after the zombie behind my boy number 8, but I can't seem to target it.
Number 10 there. It looks like you're targeting it.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I am.
You're good. Add in your damage for your mark.
I think I still have Hunter's Mark casted unless it expired.
It expires every time you attack.
Yeah, it will manually expire. The effect within the program expires every time you attack. Within the game itself, it'll last for the whole hour still.
Okay.
Good hit. Your damage output has suddenly doubled.
So how much damage did she do?
11 damage.
Oh, but she did that to 10, right?
Yeah, it's a 10.
Okay. Your turn.
Okay, let's go with hitting number 3. We'll just keep up the Chaos Bolt, because it's fun. That hit. Damage type is 5. 5 is lightning, so more lightning for 7 damage. It's an amazing number.
Did that say it did damage?
Yep.
How much damage did it do?
7.
The zombie 4?
No, it did it to guard 3. Well, it says that it did hit zombie 4.
That's fucking weird. Which guard attacked zombie 4?
Guard 1.
Did guard 1 do damage to zombie 4 now?
Yes.
Good.
Even more damage. Nope. Miss. But damage.
I'm glitching around here quite a bit.
Okay.
Who did he hit? Guard 1?
4 damage to zombie 4. For some reason.
That hit?
Miss.
Guard 3 is just sucking today.
Hit. 8 damage, heavy damage.
Did that attack the
Miss.
zombie?
Wait, that attacked guard 3.
That should have attacked zombie 10.
I went for guard 3 and missed. Although I think that attack number would have hit a zombie. That did hit this time. On the correct target. And did damage to the correct target. Oh man, now we're going somewhere. Miss. Hit. Free damage for moderate damage. Hit. Dying. Critical hit. It's the first critical all fight. And God knows we've been rolling enough dice.
Did it take critical damage?
4 damage. I have no idea if it did critical damage, but it looks like it rolled 2 dice.
Yeah, I saw 2 dice too. Ah, what beautiful damage it did. All 4 critical.
That is so sad.
Yeah, he stands right back up again.
Miss. Miss.
Douglas's turn.
Okay. In that case, okay, we'll do Acid Splash.
Did you succeed?
They need to succeed on a Dex saving throw. I don't know why it has me rolling this.
You have to roll the dex for them.
Yeah, let me do this here. It's only doing Zombie 10, but it should also be Zombie 3. So just hit him too.
I saw
There
it
we
roll
go.
two
That
dice.
was good.
What was that?
I saw it roll 2 dice. Did you target zombie 3 and 10?
I was. Let me retry. That's still not making him save.
You're only targeting zombie 3 right now.
Yeah, he's the one who hasn't saved yet.
I see the saves. He's got auto fail.
Has he got auto fail?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess since they both failed, then I'll just roll damage then.
Go for it.
Well, there we go. Just a little variety, make this a little more interesting. Sometimes you just gotta throw bottles of acid in people's face.
Did I hit?
No.
Emerald's turn. How much did she go over by?
By 5.
Okay.
She is a dying.
Extra attack.
Oh yeah, now she gets another attack. Go ahead and attack somebody else. Or the same guy. Depends on how much you like double tapping.
Yeah, but I get disadvantage though.
Which
No.
cancels out against the advantage you have from being unconscious.
So do I just roll with no advantage or disadvantage?
And your mark.
You mark disadvantage, so that way it cancels out the advantage you auto get.
Alright, because it automatically applies advantage to unconscious creatures. So yeah, mark it as disadvantage and then add your hunter's mark to damage.
Did she hit?
Yep.
Tell me how
And
much more
here
damage
comes
it
the
is.
boom. An extra 8 more damage.
He has to roll a 19 or a 20 to get up.
And stay down.
He rolled a 19.
Defiance!
Guys, give me a second. Nero just got in the door.
I'll pick up the door and put it somewhere else. Hit.
How much did you go over by?
6.
6.
Six. Sneaky zombies here.
Miss.
Miss. Miss. Hit. Six damage. Go, Sasmo, go.
I'll just cut off the zombie in front of his head.
So, who's still standing?
$15. Not that zombie anymore.
I'm gonna make him stay.
The only one you can see that's standing is the one that's furthest out.
Oh no, I'm going after 10.
Alright. Mark disadvantage on attack.
I already did.
Did you hit?
Auto miss.
Ooh. Fail.
The only way she could possibly miss.
But wait, I have luck.
That you do. And I believe that counts for attacks as well.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Reroll it.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
Yep.
Net 1.
Keep whatever the second roll is, which I'm sure you don't want. Oh my god. This is destined to be a nat 1.
Alright, you lose another day.
Ooh. Roll your damage on yourself.
How?
That would be without the mark.
You take your damage die and you drop it on yourself.
Wait, why am I rolling damage on myself?
Nat 1. You fucked yourself up. Ouch. Painful.
It should probably be -2 damage there because 2 of it was from the hunter's mark.
Is Hunter's Mark considered a spell-like ability?
I believe it's just a spell.
If it's just a spell, then it definitely ricochets back on her. Douglas.
Wait, the Hunter's Mark is a concentration spell.
I know, and then you shot yourself in the foot, literally. It's alright, it happens to the best archers. Oh wait, shit, you get a second attack. Do you want to risk your second attack? I mean, you can try to shoot the guy one more time.
Oh, I've already shot myself in the foot twice.
I mean, really, only one of those happened.
I'm good. I'm just gonna take my luck as my second attack.
No, you don't want to do that.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna take my second attack at all. I'm good.
Then you
I'm
will
good.
have taken 2 nat 1s to yourself.
Alright, Douglas, your turn.
did look up the rules on concentration. She actually does need to roll a d20 and beat 10 or half the damage, or is it half or the whole damage she took?
It doesn't matter because she can recast it the next time.
But it'll actually cost a spell slot to do it then.
That's true. And everything is 8 plus, so it's not 10 plus, it's 8 plus.
DC is 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. It's a Constitution saving throw. Emerald, you need to make a Constitution saving throw and beat 10, or else you lose your concentration on Hunter's Mark.
You said save?
Yes. Nat 20, you are concentrating really hard on this spell.
Which is why she wasn't aiming.
That explains it.
Still Douglas's turn.
Still Douglas's turn. Woo! Firebolt. The classic. We done did it, boys. Next.
That was a hit, right?
Yep. This one's down. Make a save. $22.
He stands back up.
I didn't even know that 22 was possible. I didn't realize they had bonuses to fortitude.
What a little rapscallion.
Which zombies have fortitude at all? Oh.
Did he hit?
No.
Did Zazmo just crit fail?
No, he just crit hit.
What a lucky boy.
Please just remove this guy from the battle. I don't want him here anymore.
How much damage did you take?
21. It took 23 damage, exceeded by 21.
He can still get up.
Oh no!
That's a hit.
No.
It's at 19 on my side.
13.
That a hit?
Yep. Five damage. That hit. 7 damage. Alright. Let's give him the old 1-2. Oh boy, critical hit. Boom. Exceeded hit points by 24.
He can't get back up. Which zombie was that?
Zombie 4.
Emerald's turn.
Ken's been staying around a little too long.
Net 1.
Hit.
Not even using Hunter's Mark, doesn't feel like.
Let's
If you
go
do
on.
1 damage, he can't get back up.
He's dead. And you can't see the last guy.
Guard 2 can see him, but doesn't know how to get to him. Guard 2 glares menacingly.
Just like the zombies. Guard 2's a zombie? Oh man.
Jasper goes back inside.
He was our only full health guy.
Wait, when did we lose a guard?
I sent him back. He was dying.
Did that hit?
Hit. Four damage. Hit. 2 damage.
Her turn.
I have no eyes on this zombie.
Then you have to walk outside.
That's a scary thing. I don't like walking outside most days.
Please move me outside, sir.
You have moved.
Blow him up. Use your mark, use your extra D8 of damage. Maybe get like an effect that's like kind of like your hunter's mark that has that thing, but just on you, like for the carnivorous or whatever the thing was, the execution. You have hit, and he will now be slain.
Exceeds by
3.
your turn.
Let's go ahead and move outside. And then we'll just give him a little. Is he floating in water?
No, he's basically climbed most of the way out.
Alright. I have to use a different spell. I want to set the whole place on fire. We'll just go with
Fireball!
There we go. Need to up this for my level. Target must make a Constitution saving throw. So, undead. Can he succeed on a Constitution saving throw? No. So 2d6 cold damage.
How much damage
An
total?
extra 10 damage.
So 14 over so far?
Yep. Nice to meet you, buddy.
He did!
Yay!
Dun, 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 dun.
Alright, where's the next pile of zombies?
I'm going to call this one for the night.
Oh man, I was looking forward to killing some zombies. Especially with the fireball.
You didn't get to watch the halfling shoot herself in the foot.
It happens sometimes, especially when you use bows and arrows.
Oh, this was fun. I can't wait till we get Nikki in this. She's gonna have some fun too.
The undead seem to be a very minor convenience to me. They've managed to destroy almost half of my first level spell slots. I might have to use my second next time.
Alrighty. I'm awarding XP right now.
Okay.
Actually, let me see if we can drag the quests into the quest area and see if it has the XP in them. Sure doesn't. Emerald, change your total experience to 24,125. I'm sorry, I read that wrong. It looks like 16,125.
16,125.
Yeah.
So 161525.
16125.
Yep, wanted to make sure I had it right.
There we go. Also, you got 500 gold, so I need to put that in there to split up for this trip.
Oh boy, we earned money?
No, just the 500 gold for getting the lady here.
Oh yeah.
There we are, that's all split up. Alright, I'm calling that a night here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm just a bit dead tired at the moment.
That's fair enough.
That, and it's going to be a slog just walking around base by the looks of it, because you guys are just using the tried and true practice of throw the guards at them.
It's a good practice, and they want